Hello, welcome to our channel. If you are joining us for the first time, my name is Bokesh. This is St. George's TV. So today I want us to have a little talk on the issue of anti-democratic forces that Femi Falana has been, emphasizing on, that a lot of people are just acting as if he's not even saying anything because most people call him an alarmist. And we do not share that school of thought here in St. George's TV. The reason is because everything he has ever said came to pass. Now, Femi Falana has been expressing his concern again and again on the fact that the government and the security agencies are unable to do anything to tackle the problems the country is facing with anti-democratic forces. Now, he made mention of the fact that all the security agencies are doing is just to come out and, warn people not to stop the act of destroying properties that belong to INEC. And they have been warning different groups of people. Nobody has been brought to book. And he is concerned about the fact that he does not see any readiness in this political class to show that they are actually prepared for the 2023 election. And he also expressed concern about the fact that Central Bank came out to say that going forward, people will not be able to withdraw more than 20,000 at a time. And, basically, if you want to do a week withdrawal, it has to be less than 100,000 or 100,000. And he is asking a very important question. He is saying, how about politicians who have touched dollar in their houses? How are you going to retrieve that? It's one thing not to spend in Naira, then it's another thing to have dollars to spend. How does central bank intend to retrieve all of this money that politicians have in their houses? How are they going to do this? And he is also very concerned, and we are also concerned about the fact that Femi Falana said that politicians are busy buying PVC cards. Where are they buying these cards from? Honestly, where are they buying this card from? Because a lot of Nigerians are saying the same thing, that these people are busy buying cards and gathering cards, as in PVCs, that they are busy buying PVCs all over the place, gathering PVCs all over the place. Are we going to go round and round this again? Can't we have a free and fair election in this country? With all the promises that they have given us, the presidency has given us so much promises that they are not going to interfere with the results of election. And everyone is saying they want free and fair election. How is this going to happen if politicians are allowed to buy PVCs? And now the authority is probably going to turn their back to this information rather than go ahead and investigate to see where this is coming from. Because a man like Femi Falana will not come on national television to come and speculate. I'm sure he has facts. He has evidence. So who are these people that are buying PVCs, and where are they buying PVCs from? How are we going to fish them out and make them face the music of the law? We can't keep running, in a merry-go-round situation all the time. Nigerians have been encouraged, young Nigerians, the youth of the country have been encouraged to go and get their PVCs. And everybody is doing that. They stand under scorching sun just to ensure that they get their PVCs. They are doing this because they believe that this time the election is going to be free and fair. Nobody wants to go through the rigorous situation of getting PVCs and coming to stand under the sun to vote just to know that their vote will not count. So where are they buying PVCs for? Will the security agency do something about this to ensure that they fish these people out? Because we cannot keep going back and forth, 10 steps forward and 15 steps backward. This has to stop. Really. Now, I know a lot of people have said Femi Falana is an alarmist. I don't agree. We don't agree with that. This guy can never come out and say things that are bogus, things that are unfounded. So instead of just sitting down and thinking he is an alarmist, I think the security agencies will have to go out there and fish out the people who are buying PVCs and make them face the law for doing what they are doing, so that our election process will be free and fair. And also do something about these anti-democratic forces that this man is talking about. Yesterday, I was listening to a gentleman on Channels Television who called him an alarmist. What do you mean by alarmist? When it is true that people are destroying INEC properties all over the country, or at least in 5 states. So how can you come to national television and call Femi Falana an alarmist? It doesn't make any sense. So I think the security forces have so much to do. And this is the right time to ensure that they put things in order and get prepared for this election, so we can elect our leaders, the people we want to see out there representing us and working in the interest of of every Nigerian. And for once, let's do something right. So I'm going to let you listen to Femi Falana yourself. Please, if you're done, kindly hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, so whenever we get a new content, you get to see it. Thank you.
Rights lawyer, Mr. Femi Falana, yesterday was calling out on security agencies to apprehend those he claimed are anti-democratic forces bent on truncating the 2023 elections. We get more perspective from the senior advocate tonight on the program. Mr. Femi Falana joins us from his office in the Ikeja area of Lagos. Thank you so much, Leonard Silk, for joining us tonight. Give us your perspective. You raised an alarm, and that perhaps I'm not sure that is unfounded. You must have seen something for you to say something. Give us a perspective that you have on this matter.
Well, in the first place, while the INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission, is working around the clock to ensure credible election, I cannot see any sign on the part of the political class, any readiness on the part of the political class to have good elections in the country. I just listened to the Speaker of the House of Representatives now, Honorable Femi Falana, expressing concern over political violence in the country. I'm rather flabbergasted in the sense that last year, the Senate passed, July, the Senate passed the Electoral Offenses Commission bill. Up to now, up to today, the House of Representatives has refused to pass the bill and force him to the president for assent. So that's worrisome. Secondly, the security forces have not taken concrete steps to arrest anti-democratic elements that are bent on frustrating the democratic process. What we have witnessed in the last 1 month are warnings oozing out of the offices of the Inspector General of Police, National Security Advisor, Director General of the State Security Service. Governors are being warned to desist from using thugs to disrupt political campaigns of their opponents. Thugs are being warned to desist from, disrupting the political process. Those who have been arrested have not been brought to trial. The Central Bank of Nigeria has announced that cash withdrawals will not be allowed beyond 20,000 naira to the POS or 100,000 naira per week. But those who have stored dollars at home or those who are mopping up dollars are allowed to keep the money. And so, if you say they should not use naira, aren't they going to use dollars? Right now, PVCs are being bought. Thousands of PVCs are being bought by politicians. Are we to believe that the security forces cannot arrest such anti-democratic elements? So when you consider all these threats to the conduct of good elections in Nigeria, you will come to the irresistible conclusion that the 2023 election may lead to crisis in the country. By the way, in spite of the assurance by the armed forces or the authorities of the armed forces that the terrorists have been degraded, from the information at my disposal, not less than 40 local governments in Nigeria are currently occupied by terrorists and armed gangs in a way that elections are simply impossible. You can't conduct elections in those areas. You will recall, Sheung, that in 2015, the elections were postponed for about 6 weeks. Before the armed forces, with the assistance of mercenaries, could prepare the ground for the elections. This time around, one does not know for how many weeks or months the elections may be postponed in those 40 local governments.
Let me show you part of the statement which you released yesterday, which brought some fears and concern to many Nigerians. You said, and I quote in some part of that statement, you said, unless the security forces are prepared to deal with the anti-democratic forces that are currently disrupting the democratic process, the 2023 general elections may be sabotaged to the detriment of democracy and political stability in the country. Mr. Falana, you are inferring that there might be a cancellation or the stoppage of the 2023 polls. This has far-reaching consequence, which will lead into some constitutional issues in the country. Is this your worst? Is this the worst that you envisage that could happen based on the incident that is currently going on, as you have described earlier?
Well, if you look at what is going on around us, you will have your fears. Burkina Faso, Guinea, Mali had democratic government, but today they are under the jackboots. There have been attempts in about 3 other West African countries. There have been attempted coups. In the United States of America, President Trump attempted a coup on January 6, 2020. Just a couple of weeks ago, Germany, there was an attempted coup in Germany. So there is no certainty where democracy has not been fully consolidated. In the case of Nigeria, what you have in place is what I might call rickety democracy. Such rickety democracy is under threat by members of the political class. 3 months ago, I contacted the leadership of the House of Representatives. When are you going to pass the Electoral Offenses Commission bill, which was passed by the Senate last year? Oh, I was assured we are going to pass it. But today, that bill has not been passed. The essence of that, the recommendation of the waste panel in 2008, which was set up by the Yaradua government, is that based on experience in the country, political parties, ruling parties, are very reluctant to prosecute electoral offenders. Therefore, let us have a commission that will do so. And that was the essence of the commission. The Buhari regime or the APC promised to set up the commission before coming to power. But today, that has not happened. In Ekiti and Osun, where you had gubernatorial elections recently, vote buyers were arrested, armed thugs were arrested. Why have they not been prosecuted? The NSA announced 2 months ago, no, this month, that we have had 52 incidents, 52 attacks. To the best of my knowledge, over 100 people were arrested in Ekiti alone during the primary. Not to talk of other states. Which of them has been prosecuted? Last week, the Arewa Consultative Forum corroborated the statement credited to INEC that PVCs are being bought. Voters are being induced already. Again, the governor of the central bank and I have had a running battle over the dangerous dollarization of the economy. Now, you have said we're not going to allow people to use Naira to buy votes. Why are you not saying that everybody who has dollars in their homes must put them in domiciliary accounts? So when you consider this incident, you will come to the irresistible conclusion.
Mr. Falana, I need to ask you these two direct and short questions. One is, do you think that all of these are deliberate by the political class? There are some people who do not want us to have election next year.
You see, we're operating in an atmosphere of impunity. Once they are not brought to book, what do you expect? The president went to the United Nations last week. No, to the United States of America last week. And earlier than that, to the United Nations. To assure the whole world that his regime, his administration, will conduct credible elections. But on ground, anti-democratic forces are having a field day.